Hello! Welcome to another episode of The Village Hall from Page to Stage with myself, Mr. Matt Ogden, and this man right here, Mr. Richard Sykes.
Hello.
Hello.
Hiya. Well, today's a special thing because you're going away on holiday.
I am.
So I'm going to do a solo episode today and I'm going to take you through it on the computer. So if you join me downstairs, I'll see you there. Welcome down to the studio. I'm going to talk today about a song called Together. This is a song that finishes off our pantomime in the Village Hall. It didn't start out anything like that. It started out as a pandemic song. I was feeling a bit bored after about 3 days of the pandemic, and it was going to go on for a long, long while. So what I decided to do was do a tune a day. Which is an idea I'd taken from Neil Sedaka, who was doing very much the same thing. And I thought, okay, well, it's something to kill the time. And so I decided to do that. It ended up, of course, that first pandemic went on such a long time that I was doing, I think, about 98 songs that I did for the pandemic on my Tune a Day website, which is on my YouTube channel. It was about halfway through that I started writing new material for it. I've been performing other people's material up to then. But one of the first songs I wrote was a song about the pandemic. I thought it was a good time to do it. So a song came to my head called Together. And it was at the time when we were clapping for heroes. And these were ordinary people who were facing the pandemic head on. And we were clapping outside our doors for the nurses and for the essential workers. It was really inspiring for me, and so I decided to write a song in praise of them. Heroes came out, and I decided to use my precious out time. I remember during the pandemic what we were allowed to do by the government was to go out for walks at certain times. You had to stay in your bubbles, and so all of that was referenced within the song. What I did was use one of those precious hour-long walks to go and film and try and get some video content. You'll see as I play the video to you of that original song that there was no one anywhere. It was one of the beauty spots of Huddersfield is where I filmed it. It's a place called Castle Hill. And some spectacular scenery. It was a gorgeous sunrise, and so I decided to film a video for the song that I'd just written then. It looked a bit rough. It was a bit rough and ready. Some of the song is badly sung. My apologies for that. But I'm going to play you the full song now and see what you think. This is a song called Heroes and loosely titled Together.
Across the road's a hero, about to step outside, going to join an army with courage, strength and pride. The front line's full of neighbours, we stand with them in heart. We can be together apart. A face behind a firewall, a smile beyond the screen, a friend somewhere on Facebook with forever in between. If this was how it ended, I don't know where I'd start. But we can be together apart. There's someone else to comfort, someone else to feed, someone else is working, it's someone else we need. Whenever this is over, it won't be like before. We'll all pretend, but inside we'll cherish closeness more. Until that magic hour when you light up the dark, we can be together apart. Whenever this is over, it won't be like before. We'll all pretend, but inside we'll cherish closeness more. When we see the morning, when the moment ends, we will be together. We will be together. Heroes will be neighbors again.
So there it was, a song called Heroes, and it was fine. It had a nice little following as well, which was lovely. And specifically family members liked it, and it felt very communal and very homely. But the middle eight wasn't very strong. It also was recorded during the pandemic, so things were limited. I couldn't tap people for advice on what to do, really. So it was, in the end, just shelved. So next came a song that I used in By George. I'd started writing the musical by then, and I needed a song to indicate the character's passage from how she got to be married to this oaf called George, and ended up with a song called Princess. And Princess had the wrong format for the show. It was a long song. Each of the verses were very long indeed. And by the time you'd got to the punchline, you'd forgotten what the setup was. So in terms of a comedy song, it just didn't work. However, the middle eight was nice and strong. It had a good chord structure. And so we'll tell you what, I'll play you it. And this is the song, I'll just play you the last verse. This is the song that was axed from By George. It's called Princess in a Tower.
Once upon a time, I'd change my whole perspective. Instead of needing him, I'd find a man who needed me. Gratefully, eternally, he's mine forever after. He burned so intellectually and set my spirit free. I'd find such fascination while he put his feet up. He'd leave the toilet seat up for me to clean under the rim. This tender, tortured soul would finally fit my slipper. He might be my keeper, but I'd end up keeping him. So what the hell's my problem? Why am I dreaming of them? It's drummed in me so often inside my castle walls. You all must be size zeros. Grab one of life's heroes. You'll go wherever he goes. Romancers, dancers, balls. I'm a princess in a tower. Spent too long on daydreams, 'cause no one matched the fairy tales I'd seen. So I sat there in my tower until at night it was alright. Stop this princess rotting past 18. And she became his faithful bitter queen.
So there you go, Princess. A nice song, and some interesting chords in there, but not really useful for the show, sadly. So it was cut. In the meantime, I was asked to write an anthem for a breast cancer charity, something rousing that they could sing or be sung by a choir. So I recycled the two songs. I put together there and added the middle eight from Princess, because I thought those were two strong elements that would work together. So Abreast the M62 is the charity in question, with Honley Ladies Choir leading it. It's now the song that they're taking to concerts. I've done some mashups for them as well, and wrote a song about breast cancer called A Little Itty Bitty Titty Ditty. And so they're performing shows along the M62 corridor from Hull to Liverpool. That's running on the 2nd and the 4th of October 2025. And if you want to join it, I'll pop a link down in the description so you can be part of it. And that's the song I created for that. It was a song called Together. It's about community. It's about support. There are some nice lyrics to that. But there's that middle 8 in there as well, which is odd. In fact, let's nip over to the screen. This is my studio with my keys and everything else. And I'm going to take you, zoom into one of the productions, and I'll just show you a few of those chords on the score. And let me zoom out a little. You can see that this is a timeline of the piece of music. We're running through from the beginning. We've got a nice violin intro just there, and it runs through. You've got some harmony singing. That's the sopranos, altos, and the men at the top over here. There's that lovely guitar riff, which we'll come to in a little while. There's a bonus guitar melody, counter melody going on. You've got a bass line there as well. Not much else is happening within the score. You can ignore this bottom line. That's the piano reduction for the rehearsals. Okay. So we've got one verse, we've got the figure A to denote the second one starting. That's a verse sung by a lady called Jenny. And we've got a duet that I've popped in there as well, which highlights the counter melody. So you can see there's one person singing there, and then another one drops off and drops on over the top. And there's a violin part in there too. It's all very sweet and very pretty. And then we hit this middle 8, which is odd. You can see where, if you're used to music, we're in the key of D here. And immediately it leaps 3 semitones and heads into the key of F. So from D we go into F, and we gradually build this little step ladder effect down the composition. So we go to F and then into C, then E flat into B flat, and D flat into A flat. These are chords that don't really live together usually. But you'll see the descending pattern as we go. You'll also find that there's patterns emerging in the melody too. It's all very inspiring lyrics up there as well. And then we change key, and the pattern continues. We're now into E major, and that brings us nicely back, I suppose, into D. So we get back to where we started. But this descending chord sequence and counterbalance seems to work quite well. I've enjoyed it in both of these songs, and in this one it stands out nicely. And then we move back through to our final bit. We've got another verse there, and then we shift back up to F major because we've got a huge whopping great key change in there to really manipulate some emotions. We go from D major up another 3 tones, and we head to F again just to finish things off. And that's it. It ends really rousingly with a sort of pam 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 pam. These are these triplets you can see here, and you'll hear those in the finished song. And on a nice high note there for our men. So there it is. It's a Frankenstein's monster of a song. It's one of my favourites though, and it's odd that I started off with a guitar riff. Chunga chung chunga chicka 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 chunga chung chunga chung. Really bizarre, because usually I compose using a piano, but that riff just kept going around my head. So with the prevalence of guitar-led pieces in Village Hall, it just felt the obvious thing to put this song in to finish off our pantomime. It was one of the latest additions to the script. We'd gone through a few revisions, myself and Maria, and we thought it needed a nice large chorus number to finish off the panto, because that was what it was about, community spirit, and this one came to the fore. Now, James Fernley popped by, sat just over there, and worked his way through the score. He did it so brilliantly for me. James worked with me on By George as well, and he is the talent that I lack, because he has this incredible guitar skill, and he told me pretty much how to score most of the Village Hall. So he was able to strum through this piece, but he did like the chords in it. In fact, why don't you watch James's reaction as he sees it for the first time? So it's got this sort of anthemic thing, but I don't want it like that.
Yeah.
I want it different because it needs to be quite. It needs to be quite jaunty. It needs to be actually something they can dance to. I don't know how we're going to do it. Anyway, can you try and replicate this for me, Jane?
Yeah.
I'd try that key. That's the one. The stop is about half a beat before. That's it. Yeah. Can you play it like that all the way through?
Yeah. You really can. You might just want to slightly rewrite the chords depending on.
Sure. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
It's just that little bit quicker and it gives it a rhythm. Nice.
What I'd probably try and do for that is actually write that out.
Yes.
So have the chords above, but write the notes. And in that case, I might have to help you with that because you've got like open strings and stuff.
Yeah.
So then you can have like. Open string chord like that because you write that's a messed up name. F sharp 7/C sharp, adding a 11 on it.
Sounds lovely though.
Dot a 7 on the top. It's a bit like, but it sounds cool, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that sort of thing.
That's exactly the vibe I want with it as well.
There was one in Kinky Boots which was like that, and it was something like.
And then when they played in the pub.
I can't remember.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's like Dear Evan Hansen.
Yeah, it's got that kind.
And then it's Dear Evan Hansen scores the only score I've ever seen, which it has. Guitar chord boxes.
Yeah.
With the fret, the
Yeah.
dots for the fret.
Does it actually
because so the chord voicings are very particular. Then.
Sure. Would that help with
So
this?
yeah, I was just thinking that would be better. I could basically tell you.
Right.
So with this, once you sort of got it.
I know
together and stuff.
Those are the chords.
Yeah, okay.
There's no question.
And then, because you can get. That sounds so nice.
But that is it. That's
Yeah.
the chord. Yeah.
So I'll figure them out. When I get chance, and then I'll write the chord boxes for them.
I can hear the song in those chords though, so the chords are right. Oh yes, that's it. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a key of E, so it's like a drone note. You got the fifth and the root there.
Yeah.
So that's why every chord sounds fantastic.
I'll try and keep it in that key.
Yeah.
That does sound good.
If you need to go higher, that I'd definitely just put a cap one. I think I did that in the Kinky Boots one because then you just go.
A.
Oh, there.
Yeah. 2, 3, 4. No one could be helpless. Face the world alone. Here is part our island, a place that we call home. Far across the desert, right into the sun, we will sing together as one. Yeah, that's lovely. That's exactly how it should be. A huge thank you to James there. You can hear the difference in the registers when he put the capo on and it starts to tighten the strings and put one guitar higher. That means the other guitar can complement it underneath without fighting in the same register. So I'm looking forward to hearing how that's going to work. James will be back in order to complete the orchestration and make sure that everything's in line so he can play it beautifully alongside a compatriot who's going to be playing in the pit. There will be 2 guitars in the pit for this show.
Start the celebration, ring the wedding bell. It's a grand occasion and a fond farewell. Join us for the chorus, join us for the song. We can be together as one. From your dreary cellar, may your wish come true. No more Cinderella, a princess lies in you. Onwards to tomorrow, sweep away the past. You can be together at last. In every city chamber, in every village hall, community in unity, all for one and one for all. In the dreams we're sharing, nothing can't be done. We will come together as one. Through sicknesses and struggle, through weaknesses and trouble, resilience is double. We can, we must, we will. Together, through courage and salvation, through fierce determination, we'll reach our liberation and bring us closer still. For those we held, there's sorrow. For those who cared, there's pride. For those we've lost, we love you. We're with you at your side. Hold hands towards tomorrow. Link arms as we march on. And on and we on. Will be together as one. And on and no one should be helpless or face their fears alone. Together, here is where our heart is, a place that we call home. When the world divides us, we will still be strong. Cry our tears together, fight our fears together. We will be together as one.
So that's the story of Together. The song, the Frankenstein's monster of a song that came together from 2 other songs, and all with very different intentions. Hope you've enjoyed the journey of this song. There'll be more as we go through the rest of the podcast on how some of these songs came to happen. And for now, thanks very much. I'll see you back upstairs.
So we're back up from Richard's undercarriage, and
Thank you.
You've taken us through little bits on the computer.
Yeah.
And it's been rather wonderful, hasn't it?
Well, it takes you through a few of the songs, and I hope you can appreciate, as the guys are singing, you can hear them hopefully as part of the rehearsal. They're slotting into place now, and all the harmonies are coming in. It's a beautiful thing. It's really nice.
It's fantastic.
Aye.
And I wasn't there for any of it.
No, you weren't.
Absolutely
You missed
brilliant.
the lot.
Yes.
But you can catch up on everything
You can.
by going to richsykes.com,
Yeah.
and you can find a lot of information there. Also, take a look at this little squirrely QR code here, and you can find links to everything we've got there.
Yep.
There's also our YouTube channel. You can join
Indeed.
us for some video podcasts if you're not
Watch
doing
it.
already.
Why are you just listening to it?
Exactly.
Watch it.
Why do that?
Yeah.
The other thing
Or
to
listen
mention
to it and then watch it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
is
the other
that
thing to mention.
is that tickets are now on sale, and you can buy tickets. Remember, it's an in the round production, so don't be afraid of sitting anywhere in the auditorium. Even those tickets that are usually on the stage. Don't forget, they're
You'll
going to
see
be,
it all.
but they're in total darkness, so you're going to be just like a normal
Yeah,
audience
different
member.
view,
You do.
depending on where you see everybody, from which seat you're in, and it's all going to be great, because it's all in the round.
Yeah, you've got a great view of some of the
Exactly.
sures from there as well.
And some people's arses. as well.
Indeed, yes.
Yeah.
You'll find a predominance of those.
So like and subscribe, share the podcast with your friends, keep in touch with Rich on his website, and of course buy tickets to the show. That's everything wrapped up
It is.
nicely in a neat little package in a lovely village hall.
Indeed.
And we will see you next time for another episode of The Village Hall from Page to Stage.
Bye.
Bye!